Welcome back to the channel of JTizzy, guys. I am making a little video today for a number of reasons. One, I wanted to give you guys an update on what I'm doing with my life and where I'm at. I know I mentioned I'm in England, but I've got some pretty big news I want to tell you guys. So that's the first reason. The second reason I'm making this video is I wanted to try out my new camera that I bought the other day. I bought the Canon G7X Mark II. So I wanted to try that out, as I've heard it's a really good sort of vlogging camera and just a good all-round camera in general. And 3, I need to do some packing. Now number 3 and number 1, they link in quite nicely. I'm actually going away on Sunday, and I am going to go to New Zealand on a working holiday visa, which I'm really excited to do, because I just came back from travelling and I've come back and I'm not really sure what I want to do, and my girlfriend Lisa was saying, hey, I really want to go to New Zealand, so we decided kind of spontaneously that we'd try that for a year. So I'm really excited because it means I can do really cool travel vlogs for a whole year. So there's going to be lots of good content on this channel, guys, so make sure you stay tuned for that. With this video, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to give some sort of essential travel tips, kind of specifically tailored to people that are going on working holiday visas as opposed to like just traveling on holiday or wherever. Working holiday visa traveling is totally different to holiday, and is a little bit different to people that have saved at home and that, you know, want to go out and just spend all their money on having a good time. So yeah, in this video it's going to be kind of travel tips, packing tips for people on working holiday visa. Now, one of my first kind of tips, and it's kind of links into packing as well, something that I really recommend you guys bring if you're going on a working holiday visa, is a GoPro. And I'm not just saying that now because I'm doing YouTubing and I'm doing vlogs and travel videos. That's not the reason. I mean, it's especially useful if you're doing that. But I mean, the GoPro is like this size. It's this size. It takes up no space whatsoever. It can fit anywhere. You can fit 2 or 3 of these in your pocket. Never mind a camera. This is the smallest thing you ever get. And even if you're not vlogging or making travel videos, if you film, your kind of the highlights or everything on your adventures, you've got a really nice memory to look back on. Let alone showing it to other people. If you in 20-30 years want to have a look at some of the things you do, maybe your memory was rusty, or maybe you just want to, have a look back at your old stuff, you can always do that. If you take a camera and you film all the good bits. And the perfect travel camera for that is the GoPro. I've got the Hero 4, I love the camera. I haven't upgraded to the Hero 5, I probably will someday. Or the Hero 6, which is probably coming out very soon. But yeah, just something that's very small and can take all your memories, really. So that's kind of one tip. I recommend buying one of those. And now another thing when it comes to sort of packing for working holiday visas is people not sure whether to take a rucksack or a suitcase. A lot of people tend to go for the rucksack. It's kind of, I guess, the fashionable option. Most backpackers have a rucksack. Now there's pros and cons to both. For example, with the rucksack, you can walk very far in the rucksack. The terrain doesn't have to be great. They're quite versatile. Like, they don't have wheels, so you won't have an issue of the wheels breaking or anything like that. You can just put it on your back and you can go. And to be fair, you can get pretty big sized bags. So here I have mine, which is a very common bag with the backpackers. A lot of people have the Osprey branded bags. I'm not sure what litre this is. Yeah, I'm not sure what litre it is. But whatever. It's big enough for me. And I will always take that over you know, over a suitcase, just because I don't mind carrying it. But yeah, a drawback to the suitcase, sorry, the backpack is it can get very heavy if you filled it to the brim. If you're walking around hot countries, trying to get to your hostels, your accommodation, whatever, and you're carrying 20-25k on your back, it can be very hot and you can get instantly sweaty. And a lot of people have a problem with that. So what I would say is kind of a rule of thumb. If you're going to like a country, like I would say countries like Australia and New Zealand, you can get on a bus, you can get on a coach, and they'll put your luggage in the storage, and you can get like a taxi, or you can just roll your suitcase to the next place. I don't think necessarily a backpack is essential for countries like Australia and New Zealand, countries, you know, that have I guess the access is easier in these countries. But countries, you know, Southeast Asia, I would say, even though it's really hot there, like backpack is kind of essential. You can't always get the transport, and I just feel it's more appropriate in general. But it's kind of one of those, it's up to you guys really on what you think is, you know, is the best. I always go with a backpack, but I just like my backpack a lot and I don't mind the weight. So yeah, another tip, you should always check the weather before you go out and what season you're going into. For example, I'm going to go to New Zealand and I'm going to go into their spring. It's going to be a bit chilly, it's going to be around 15 to 19 degrees, it's not going to be warm. So I will be taking like tracksuits, jeans, and I'm staying there a year. So the season's going to change, so you want to be packing stuff appropriate to that. You don't want to just be like, oh, I'm going to Australia. Oh, Australia's really warm. I'll just bring shorts and t-shirts. Because Australia isn't actually always warm. Australia gets really cold and it snows in winter in certain parts. Because Australia is so big, it has tropical climates and it has very, you know, very cold climates as well, depending on the season. So just basically, guys, just make sure you always check the seasons you're going into, the temperatures, because you need to pack accordingly. Kind of linked to that, I would say that you shouldn't pack, you should pack the bare minimum, and I wouldn't fill your suitcase or your backpack up, because you can end up buying a lot of things on your travels and then they go in the bag, and then you have this problem of things not fitting and you have to ditch stuff, and it's just kind of a waste of money and time. Kind of depends on what holiday you're going on as well. If you're going to go on a working holiday and you know you're going to be moving around all the time, you probably won't buy a lot of stuff. But if you're going to be going on a working holiday visa, like I did with my girlfriend, we stayed in Sydney for the best part of 6 months. So we had an apartment, we had everything. It was like a little home for 6 months, and because of that, we bought little things to add to the apartment. You know, we bought extra clothes, and then when we came to move on, we found out that actually we don't really have the space for it. So we had to ship it all back home. We sent it all to Sweden, we sent it to England, because she's from Sweden, I'm from England, and that was very expensive. So I recommend taking you know, a little bit of room, having a little bit of room spare so you can add stuff to your backpack. That's pretty essential, I think, in my opinion. Yeah, make sure you guys also, you take your paperwork. It's not like a holiday, you can't just turn up. Some places have a visa on arrival, but working holiday visa, you usually have to buy it in advance. So make sure you bring your passport, your visa document, probably travel insurance. You probably need a bank statement showing you've got enough money, because they usually want you to have a certain amount of money before entering the country. And just things like that. Yeah, maybe it's a good idea to take like a list of your injections, vaccinations, in case you move to other countries as well. That's also pretty important. And with regards to money, guys, make sure you take, like I said, enough money. But what you want to do is you want to open a bank account as soon as you get there. You don't want to be using your English money. You want to go open a Australian, New Zealand, wherever you are, bank account if you're there for a year. And when you work, you obviously get paid straight into that account. You can use websites like TransferWise to transfer bulk amounts of money into your new bank account from the respective country. Respective country. So yeah, that's my kind of like my main advice and tips. Now I'm just going to go through like the stuff I'm actually packing for my New Zealand holiday. So we'll get to that now. Okay, so this is the next part of my video, what I'm going to be packing myself. So, as mentioned before, I've got my Osprey bag. I'll be taking this instead of a normal suitcase that some people might bring. And I also take another rucksack and another rucksack. So the good thing about the Osprey bags is they usually come with like 2 bags attached. So this one kind of sits on the top like this and zips up. And that gives me some extra space, and that will still go in my hold with no problems. And then I take this, and this is kind of like my technology bag. So I put my laptop in here. I need to take a laptop because obviously I'm doing a lot of editing. So my laptop goes in here, and then I will take like all my GoPro things, any electricals, any things that need to, I need for the day, like maybe I need like a jumper, my passport, any sort of documents, they'll all go in there. So that's that. Alright guys, so I skipped ahead just a little bit to make it simpler because I didn't have any of this stuff out already. Okay, so what I've got is a couple of pair of shorts. I've got 2 pairs here. Might add a third one, not sure. Maybe I'll buy a pair, so I probably won't. Keep it at 2. A light colour and a dark colour. 1 pair of trackies, 1 pair of jeans. We're going to New Zealand this time. I'm not going to be in Asia, so I probably will only take 1 or 2 vest tops. And over here I've got my a jumper and a jacket. So these 2 I will wear on the day of travelling. They won't be packed. And I'll have another pair of shoes, not these ones, but another pair I'll wear on the day, along with another t-shirt, and probably another pair of jeans. Probably take 2 pairs of jeans. So in the bag at the moment I've got my pair of shoes and a toiletries bag, and I recommend putting the pair of the shoes on the bottom, as well with the toiletries bag. It's best to get the big things out of the way first. So last time I made a mistake of taking too many pairs of shoes, which made it a nightmare. So push it all the way down to the end. What you want to do with the shoes is kind of common sense stuff. You want to take your socks, kind of stuff it all the way through. Not going to do it exactly, but push them all the way through. You can get all your socks around this area if you can. And then all this space here, use for your like folding your clothes and stuff. Now a lot of people have like a problem with folding and stuff. You really have to be a good folder. Some people think rolling's better. Rolling can be pretty good as well. I think rolling actually takes up less space than folding, but I prefer to keep my clothes folded. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and squeeze all this stuff in now. Okay, so I'm going to get these 2 on the bottom. That's actually really bad. Probably something like this. Like that. I'll probably roll my shorts. Something that can be rolled easily are shorts. That can squeeze in something like that. And you see how now there is this like nice sort of flat area. You can just easily stack your stuff on there. And then what you want to do is the little gaps down the side, you want to use the remaining pants and socks to fill up those gaps. So if I continue packing like this, and actually you can see the bag is pretty deep. It goes all the way up. These aren't even compressed down yet. So I've only put 1 shirt in there at the moment, but I'm going to put the 9 shirts in later. And I also have the mini bag that I've attached to the main bag now, and then that has a whole another compartment for stuff. So you get the picture. It's just like you just got to keep it really simple basically. You don't want to put too much in, just the necessities. You don't need more than, I think I've got 10 t-shirts. I think that's probably too much. I just can't decide which ones I want to keep at the moment, so for the video I've got 10 in. 2 pairs of shoes max, probably 2 pairs of trousers, like maybe 1 jeans, 1 trackies, maybe 10 pants and socks, because pants and socks are the tricky ones because you get through them obviously one a day, and you don't want to be doing a wash at a hostel every day, so you know you want a lot of pants and socks if you can, and try and wear your shirts maybe twice, 3 times before you get rid of them. Obviously it depends on how, you know, how much you're walking, how sweaty you're going to get. So just keep it really simple. The only other thing is electricals. Kind of don't need to show you that because that really depends on what you want to bring. I'm bringing a few things. I'll bring a laptop, 2 cameras, one of them is my GoPro, all the chargers and stuff, and like I said, that will fit in that little bag there. Okay everybody, so there's just a few tips and a few rules that I have for when I go traveling myself. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and my biggest tip at the end of the day I would say is to make sure you plan in advance and make sure you know, take a little camera yourself and see if you can film some stuff yourself, guys. You know, just if anything, just for yourself, so you've got a little something to look back on in a few years time, you know, something to help jog the memories. I think that's why I started doing my travel vlogs in the first place. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed my video today. I'm going to be vlogging a hell of a lot more now that I'm going traveling to New Zealand. I'm going on Sunday, so just a few days time I'm going to be vlogging the whole thing, so that's going to be really exciting, and yeah, I can't wait, guys. I can't wait to bring all the footage home and to have another adventure, to be honest. So wherever you guys are in the world, have a great day, and I will see you very shortly with a new vlog.